Okay, in this video, I'm going to go through the example in the slides. This is slides 26 through 29 of Chapter 7. So, in this example, we've got a company that's paying a dividend of $1. So, in that case, this is just to take a step back. This is a non-constant growth model. So paying a dividend of $1 or just paid, so that's D0. Okay, so required rate of return is 15%, and there are two growth rates. I'll use G1, and that G1 is 20%, and that's for 3 years, and then G2 is for perpetuity, that's 5%. So what we have to do, I'm going to work this the way the book would work it, and then I'm going to show you a couple of different things. This is pretty easy if you have a graphics calculator, but some professors don't allow graphics calculators. Not sure why. I think if you could figure out how to do it on a graphics calculator, you can figure out how to do it on a BA2 Plus or any other calculator. But assuming you have a graphics calculator, this is how you would go about it. And you can actually, in a graphics calculator, you can calculate the dividends separately, or you can you calculate them in the calculation. But every book that you will see in finance is going to show you this method, and I'm going to show you how to cut a step out of this method. So D0, that's the current year's dividend. So to start doing this calculation, we're going to have to calculate D1, D2, and D3. And I'm going to show you how to do it with just calculating those three dividends. The book will show you with calculating D4, so the dividend in year 4. So that $1 is going to grow at a rate of 20%, so that's times 1.2 or 1 plus 0.2. So that's the dividend in year 1 is $1.20. So D2 is just $1.20 times 1.2, or $1 times 1.2 squared. That's $1.44. And it is possible to get some rounding errors. They can be fairly significant in these types of problems. We're not going to worry about them here. So D3 is $1.20. I'm sorry, $1.44 times 1.2, and that's $1.73. That number is not exactly $1.73, so there's some additional decimal places out there. Oh, and then D4, $1.73 times the 1.05. So if we switch from 20% growth rate to 5%, we get $1.81. So if we're going to enter this into our graphics calculator, so we'd have P0 or V0, whatever terminology you want to use, be at 1.2 divided by 1 plus the growth rate plus $1.44, D2 dollar divided by 1.15 squared plus the D3, 1.73 divided by 1.15 cubed, and then take our last dividend, $1.81 or D4. We're going to employ the constant growth model or Gordon growth model. That would be R minus divided by R minus G. That's 0.15 minus 0.05. This is our required rate of return. This is our constant growth rate. If you're entering this into a graphics calculator, you need to use parentheses. And then this right here is going to calculate, this is equal to P3, price in year 3. So we need to present value that 3 years. So 1.15 cubed. So we enter that into our graphics calculator. We'll get should get $15.21. We could do these calculations, the dividends, in our equation if you chose to. I want to show you one more thing here. So we can also do this. This dividend right here, this $1.73, it's also growing perpetually at 5%. So we can skip this step and shorten our equation. So P0 is going to be equal to 1.12 divided by 1.15. This is just like we started out the other equation, plus $1.44 divided by 1.15 squared. So, and then $1.73, and just like before, R minus G, required rate of return minus the growth rate. That's 0.15 minus 0.05. That's also 0.01 if you want to do the calculation before. And then you would divide that by 1.15 squared. So this right here is equal to P2. So, and again, you remove one step from the calculation and you should still get $15.21. So that's a graphics calculator method. We're gonna show you on the next slide. We're gonna show you how to do this using the cash flow function in your BA2+. So to access the cash flow function, it's second CF, that's for cash flow. And when you do use this function, always clear it out. Second CE, or second clear, that's a key on the lower left-hand corner. So you'll get, so you'll see, CF0, and that's going to be 0. So we'll go down arrow, we get C01, and we're going to enter D1, 1.2. C02 is going to be our D2, our $1.44, plus D3, the $1.73, divided by R minus G, which is 0.15 minus 0.05. One trick to this, you want to do this part first and add it to the $1.44. You can calculate your dividends and save them and so forth. So now, if you get the NPV key, it's going to display I equals 0. You're going to type in your required rate of return, 15, hit enter. Go down, and it's going to show you NPV equal to 0. You're going to hit the compute key now, and then you should see NPV is equal to $15.17 is what I got from the calculation. Again, there's going to be some rounding with different types of calculations and so forth, but as long as you get somewhere between $15.17 and $15.21, it shouldn't, you're effectively doing the calculation correct.